But God prepared a worm when the morning rose the next day, and it smote the gourd that it withered. Jonah 4:7. In this brief drama of a worm and a gourd, you glimpse the very movement of God within you. The gourd is that overnight growth, your sudden belief in circumstances, your comfort in appearances. It springs up, shades you, shelters you, and you take refuge in its fleeting leaves. Yet God, infinite imagination, your own wonderful human imagination, prepares a worm. This worm is the betrayer, the revealer, the Judah deep within you, who carries the name Yod, He. It slips unseen into the heart of the gourd and smites it. The very comfort you cherished withers in a moment. See how it mirrors the drama of the cross. Judah enters, hands extended, kisses you with truth, and nails upon your shoulder the knowledge that all fulfilled power rests in you. That wooden peg is authority. The severed sleeve unveils the arm of the Lord, your creative hand. So here the worm unmasks the gourd. It is God's own act of mercy, to dissolve false shelter so that you awaken to the living gospel within. When morning rose, the gourd lay dead. So dawns your self-revelation. Nothing of flesh or form can give lasting comfort. Only the door daleth, I am the door, remains. Enter there. Allow the betrayer to smite every gourd of transient praise, every shelter built on another's name. As each illusion withers, you stand revealed as the Christ of your own being. Your imagination divine name awaits no other. It is this worm that frees you from all fleeting shadows and bids you arise into the morning of your sovereignty. Observe how the phrase, God prepared a worm, marks the very inception of an intrusive thought or hidden impulse stirring within the psyche. Then, as morning rises, a fresh state of consciousness unfolds, bathing the mind in waking awareness. In that newly awakened clarity, the worm smites the gourd, demonstrating how a single, sustained thought can pierce through and dissolve yesterday's false comforts. The gourd symbolizing the fragile shells of temporary security and illusory self-images. This teaching reveals that our persistent inner convictions possess the power to shatter illusions and open the door to genuine transformation. Imagination can be likened to a subtle worm moving just beneath the surface, silently shaping the world you experience. When we speak of what God has prepared, we recognize that this creative impulse is already guiding you toward expansion and growth. As dawn breaks in your mind, when a fresh mental assumption awakens, the worm begins to chew away at the rigid, externally defined forms that once held you captive, much like it would hollow out a gourd. In this gentle gnawing, you discover a profound truth. Thought always fashions its inner reality first, and only then do outer events align to mirror its design. Within you lies a remarkable power to plant and nurture any inner idea. When you lovingly tend that seed and allow it to rise into the full light of your awareness, it dissolves the limiting circumstances and self-definitions that once held you back. Indeed, your imagination serves as the divine agent of transformation, and even the smallest, most persistent thought carries the strength to topple the greatest obstacle. As evening deepens and sleep draws near, gently plant within your mind the image of what you wish to see changed or created, letting it pulse with life. When you awake, sustain this vivid scene with feeling, for this moment of morning rising marks the birth of your intention. Throughout the day, notice how the familiar obstacles you carried begin to lose their grip, shifting or dissolving like gourds falling away. If at any moment a contrary thought intrudes, recognize it as the very worm you have summoned. Grant it space to nibble at outdated patterns, then lovingly guide your focus back to the fresh vision. By welcoming this inner worm as the humble servant of your creative imagination, you embrace your divine role as the author of your own experience, trusting that the gourd of limitation will naturally wither whenever a single resolved thought is allowed to bloom in the light of morning.